Today in this video, a very important video, we are going to discuss 7 very important steps or points to make you aware about the ethical practices of hair transplant, and which many a times some clinics which are not working properly, sort of a black market clinics or unscrupulous clinic, unethical clinics, try to take advantage of people who do not have proper knowledge about hair transplant. Also, in this video, we are also going to discuss about our Saraswat Hospital app, which gives you a peek or a preview into the kind of results you can get after hair transplant. I am Dr. Satya Saraswat, an American board certified plastic and cosmetic surgeon practicing hair transplant since 2006, and I have trained more than 90 doctors in the field of hair transplant also. So the point number 1 is, whenever you see a clinic showcasing, highlighting or advertising the hair transplant procedure as absolutely painless and scarless, you have got to know that this clinic is doing something unethical or mischievous, because no procedure, no medical procedure can be done without giving anesthesia, without doing some surgery work which may involve needles or cutting or extractions or insertions, especially in hair transplant. So whenever we are giving local anesthesia, it's bound to cause at least some pain initially at the time of local anesthesia. I am not saying that there is pain even during the entire procedure. There is some discomfort which can be minimized by many advanced tools which are now available in our repertoire. Apart from this, if a clinic says it to be a scarless procedure, please be cautioned whenever we are extracting the graft either by FUE or by FUT. Either of the extraction methods is going to cause some scarring. In FUE, there are going to be micro dot scars, whereas in FUT there is going to be a linear scar, and it may be very surprising for you to know that total surface area of these scars may be higher in FUE than FUT. So this is the point number 1. Please subscribe to our Saraswat Hospital Hair Transplant channel if you want to keep on watching such important and useful informative videos. Now coming to point number 2, if a clinic advertises unlimited number of grafts in a package, please be very cautioned. There is no such thing as unlimited grafts, because the number of grafts in your donor site are limited, which can be easily assessed by using trichoscopy, and there is a safe limit of grafts or number of grafts which can be extracted from your donor site by either FUE or FUT method. If we try to get more grafts, this can lead to over harvesting of the donor site or depletion in case of FUE, and in case of FUT, if the strip is too wide, it can lead to poor or bad scars. So there is no such thing as unlimited grafts. Similarly, please be cautioned about the package word, where you get to stay in a hotel and you get to go here or there, but your actual procedure is not discussed by the clinic, who is going to do the procedure, what all decision making points are going to be there. So this is again a very important point for you to know. Please like the video if you are liking the information provided till now. Next is guaranteed results. Again, a red flag for you. If a clinic says that they are giving guaranteed results, 100% guarantee, and that these hairs will be there for so many years, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, it's a very notorious red flag to be, because there is no way a doctor or a clinic can actually identify the life of your hairs. So to say that they are permanent may be somewhat true, because these are taken out from the safe donor area, but these hairs may thin out or even fall after some years. But so it should not be sold. The hair transplant procedure should not be sold as a permanent procedure with guaranteed results for XYZ years. I go to a clinic in Dubai also, and surprisingly there I saw that one of the clinic was propagating this point that they gave a certificate, and then we checked out that clinic, and it was found that many of the people had given reviews that this clinic is giving false assurances and there is no such thing. The transplanted hair did not even last a particular number of years. So friends, be very cautious. This is not true that there can be any doctor or clinic. Sometimes there are clinics which started just 1 or 2 years back and they give you a guarantee of 20-25 years. So if any clinic says so, it's your right to ask any such patient who got a procedure like 20-25 years back and still has those results maintained. So this is again a very important point for you to understand. If apart from this you feel that there are some other points you would like to discuss, please mention them in the comment section below. Coming to point number 4 is that there are some clinics or doctors who say that you don't need to take any medicines after hair transplant. One hair transplant is going to fix all your problems forever without you taking any medicines ever. So this is a complete fabricated lie. Nothing can be far apart from the truth than you getting a procedure done and doing nothing to keep the transplanted hairs healthy or preventing your remaining hairs or your baldness from progressing. So if you take these medicines, and there are two FDA approved medicines, minoxidil and finasteride, which we have discussed in detail in many of our videos, and one of the videos about finasteride, you can click on the link above and watch about it. So unless you take these medicines, these hairs can thin down over a period of time, or your baldness can progress to the sides or go towards the back, and you can lose the existing hairs which you have. So please do not believe this thing that there is a clinic who is doing procedure in such a way that you don't need any medicines, because that's not what the science says. Please call us at the numbers mentioned on the screen here if you are planning a hair transplant for yourself or your friends or your family members and you want genuine and authentic information from us about it. Then another important point is just go to the website of the clinic whose advertisement you saw on Google, Facebook, anywhere, and try to find out the name of the doctor who is going to perform the surgery for you. There are many ghost websites where there is absolutely no mention about the name of the doctor who is going to perform a procedure. So if that is the case, it's again a red flag. It's a point of caution for you, and you should always be cautious before actually undergoing a hair transplant based on offers or discounts and things like that. So this is extremely important for you to know. Now coming to point number 6, there is a website of the clinic which you are seeing. There is a name of the doctor as well, but there is no mention about the qualifications of the doctor. Please know that every country has standards or ethics by which those countries, they allow a particular credentialed doctor to perform these surgeries, or any surgery for that matter. It's not that that's just a name is written, but you don't know whether the doctor is actually allowed to do those surgeries or not. So if there is any doubt, please call this clinic, clarify, and it's your right to know about the qualifications of the doctor who is going to perform. A thumb rule is to look whether they are a member of ISHRS and ABHRS. At least ISHRS doctor should be there, because ISHRS membership and ABHRS membership you get only if you are credentialed with your local medical council. So this is again a very, very important point. Please share this video with your friends, your colleagues or your family member if they also want to know such useful information and they are planning a hair transplant for themselves. Then another way in which sometimes clinics can mislead you is by mentioning a particular technique, a name of a technique, and then saying that this is something they have discovered or they have found out, and they have, this is something very path breaking. So please, again, I caution you that there are just two methods of graft extraction, FUE and FUT. Apart from these two techniques, whatever you read about extractions and insertion is done by a few methods like, a forceps or implanter. If you read anything, a particular name, anything you read, it's all a marketing technique or a marketing gimmick by a particular clinic in misleading you to know, or you to think that there is something very extraordinary that clinic is doing. So these are 7 important points which you should be knowing before choosing your clinic, so that you are not misled by unethical and false promises given by any clinic. Now let us discuss in very brief about Saraswat Hospital App. It's an app where you just feed your information and you upload your pictures of the information which is required, and you can get your probable results. You can get a peek about your probable result, and this is a AI based app, one of its own kind, which gives you an idea about the kind of results. Although there are limitations of this app, also it gives you some additional information about the expected number of grafts required in your case, or the questions you should be asking your hair transplant doctor, and it's totally free. So you can download this app from either the iOS App Store or the Android App Store, and the links for those app stores are given in the description below. If you want to know the factors which affect the cost of hair transplant, you can click the video on the left, and if you want to see one of our hair transplant patients, please click the video on the right.